hop in. We're going to start with the WePlay Dragon Temple tournament, which was some of the craziest production that we had. A really, really well-run event. And, of course, had some of the absolute killers in the scene there. Maybe a handful of people that are like, I don't really recognize that name. But part of what they were doing was trying to get a really good representation. So you had EU players, Russian players, Middle Eastern players like Tekken Master, who I believe won the entire thing. Then you also had, U.S. players. There's South American players in the form of Conqueror. Like, they were really looking to spread their reaches out and grab as many people as they could from all sorts of different regions to have really, really diverse representation. And they successfully did just that, absolutely. So this is one of the coolest matches from there. This is going to be Gears versus Foxy Grampa. So the interesting thing here, obviously, Shiva, people have been kind of up in arms talking about how the Dragonfire stance is really good. That's what Foxy Grampa was utilizing here in this set. So we'll see what ends up happening between these two. The other thing, though, to consider is, we're talking about Gur, one of the absolute best technical players in the game. He is so good at what he does, but man, Foxy Grampa calling him out immediately. Very first launch of the set is going straight into the armor break. And I gotta be honest, I watched this like loosely once before as well. That armor break is gonna come up quite a few times and ends up cashing out on big, dumb numbers, 40%. And if you look at where the damage was at before that hit, 187, 196, up to 400. So 205 damage out of that last crushing blow portion. Huge numbers. What's going on, Cash Out Fiend? There might be some people in here that are willing to play. I like that there. So to get around the fireballs, go ahead and just grab them with the quicksand. It activates some level of invulnerability to fireballs, and you're able to get around some of that zoning. And the thing is if Shiva does that at any range, because of the way that Gears' quicksand works, it doesn't have travel time like a traditional fireball does, right? Like, you throw Cetrion's boulder, you gotta wait for it to bounce across the screen. Noob's clone's gotta run across the screen. Gears' sand trap is gonna come out and grab their feet at the same timing no matter where they are, which will allow you to, in fact, it gives the fireballs less time to get there and hit you out of it, right? So more time for you to get around it. So the quicksand, I think, is a really good tool, and this version of quicksand, crushing blow attached to it, which is a little bit more viable, and you can use it to get in. All right, takes him to the corner, and this is where Gears is going to thrive. Just really heavy pressure. You also see Gur setting down that quicksand very often. That shifting sands is such a interesting move that, at bare minimum, nobody knows how to deal with yet. Nobody knows how to deal with shifting sands. It throws off all sorts of shit, and people do not have the shifting sands tech. So Gears being willing to, at least for now, equip that ability and throw it out there when he finds space to do so, really smart play. So here we see the stomp, and then little pokes. Look at that short hop over the sweep here from Foxy Grampa. Another thing to note as well, Foxy Grampa is, for the most part, abusing the shit out of that sweep. You will see very often him going for Shiva's sweep. It's one of the best in the game. It's got a lot of range on it. Sweeps are safe. Really, really solid stuff. Yo, Cash Out Fiend. So what I'm doing is matches from tournaments. So Ninja Killa didn't play in any of the tournaments that we're looking at here, but when I do the next match analysis, there should hopefully be some USA Pro Tour events to do, or like the US version of the Pro Tour, and Ninja Killa, if he enters, there will likely be some sets from that with Ninja Killa on them, and I will try to go do some match analysis on some Ninja Killa sets as well. Ninja Killa just unfortunately didn't end up playing in the tournaments that we're doing this time around. Also, I have to ask permission of like Destroyer and Aquaman, and this is the first time I've done match analysis, so I figured let me just figure out what I'm doing, and then for next time I'll ask Aquaman for permission once I kind of know what I'm doing, and then if we see Ninja Killa in Aquaman's events or over in Destroyer stuff, take a look at some of the sets from Slayer's Freak Show even. Like, there's all sorts of different stuff, but I want to ask permission for that. I don't know who to ask at WePlayful. It's a big, giant corporation. Same thing with NetherRealm. I don't know which NRS cop to ask, so I felt like I could get away with doing their matches without having to really worry about it. But I know who to ask for the rest of the community run stuff. But here we go. So corner positioning, life bars, super even right now. Both players have Fatal Blow here. And this is just the first round. There's only 20 seconds left on this clock here even. I love that movement there from Gears. And the big jump kick catches him. That is unfortunate. You even see Gur kind of shaking it off. He gets hit out of his breakaway. He spends his breakaway right at the end trying to maybe clutch out the game, and unfortunately ends up losing that. So that means going into round 2, no defensive meter. All right, uses that clone presence. Ooh, trying to get out from underneath those Shiva stomps. Not the easiest thing in the world to do, and I think that's an important thing for newer players to notice as well. Gur just got hit by a stomp. It's not this, like, only noobs get hit by stomp. Like, we know what we're supposed to do, but it doesn't always work out. Yo, what's going on? I am the Knight. So, you know, Gur has the idea. I need to move out of the way. Just got the timing wrong, which happens to the best of us, and he ends up getting stomped on. So, you know, just because the stomp is something that you can get around, players at all calibers of skill do end up making some errors there. So don't get discouraged if you can't figure out how to get away from stomp either. All right, man, look at the coverage on that. The clone, he sets it up. Foxy's not even behind. I mean, he's got some fair distance, but it's still able to catch him in that explosion. I think the quick stand threw off the stomp attempt there, and there's the plus frames off of that point-blank sand clone. It does cost Gears some meter to do that, but, I mean, it's MK11, right? Meter is free. It comes right back, which is exactly what he's doing. He's waiting for him to get his meter back, and he's already got another clone out there to explode if he wants even. Yo, do you see the play here from Gur? Now, what typically you'll see happen, Shiva sets up this big obnoxious fireball. Then that you're forced to block it because it's a mid, you can't duck underneath it. It's very hard to jump over, and then she catches you with the ground stomp. So what Gur decides to do, when he sees this big fucking Dalsim super coming at him, he just teleports through it. Now he completely nullifies the post-fireball launch game. Ooh, unfortunately misses the timing yet again on getting around that. And there it is. After that stomp connects, Foxy's even able to turn that into the victory. So Foxy takes game number 1 here between these two. Believe this is first to 3, and no spoilers given the duration on this, because this is the whole 7 hours of the whole fucking tournament. So I don't know how many matches this goes. I actually don't remember who wins this either. So we're both in untraversed waters here. Look at the production value, though. This is all a real stage that they put together and built. Like, this is a physically built stage. All the events that I've been to, Combo Breaker, Frosty Faustings, nothing ever gets this elaborate. Part of this is, part of that is because Combo Breaker is not a Mortal Kombat event. It would be weird if there was some big Mortal Kombat themed stage when, like, Street Fighter is going to play on it later on that night. But here, with this kind of invitational, this is all very, very heavily themed to be MK, and you can tell. Oh, damn, we've got replays in here. Well, hold on. I'm already doing this, so... Oh, wait, no, this is the other... Oh, no, this is them jumping into the game? Why did they wait so long? I thought they were playing weird-ass replays. I should have known it was on a different... It wasn't on a different stage. Because they're already getting started. All right, well, whatever. I don't know what the opening gambit move was here. They were taking too much time looking at the people. It's right, dude. Tick throws, though. Gears has got some of the best. Mid command grab, and it's off of one of his best mids that he's got access to. Look at this damage. Ooh, tried for the armor break there. He was looking to get the armor breaker again on Gur. He's seen that Gur is willing to break out of that launcher. Clone blow up. Lots of pressure. Full screen pressure. Dude, look at that converm into that. Oh, tried to catch him maybe going for an armor break himself. You know, Gears' armor break is the quicksand, and I think that's what he was going for, was to go for an armor break there if Foxy tried to break. Foxy wisely hangs on to the defensive meter, though. Dude, caught him with another quicksand here. And quicksand, one of the hardest hitting projectiles in the game as well. 14.5%. 14.5% for a projectile. There it is again, though. The armor break. He's trying to get out of this damage. You even see that he timed it a little different, but it still ends up catching. So he's going to get more damage this time around, but 45% for that. Gur was ready. Gur was ready. So he just moves into the right range. He's got no health left, and he just goes for YOLO Fatal Blow, and it works. So he'll take round number 1. Had to spend a big resource to do it, though. And Gearus' Fatal Blow has like great coverage because it like hits at the top of the screen, right? You can't really easily jump over it. You can jump point blank to get behind it because like the suction of it starts small and then expands as it gets out further, but... Alright, good start here into the corner. Oh, and there's the mix. And that's part of the abilities that Foxy has. So Foxy has the stance, because the stance has a launcher and some mix-up plus frames even attached to it. And then he's also utilizing the low grab, because that gives him access to mix-up. And then he's, of course, got the fireball stance, because nobody knows what's going on with it. And yeah, exactly, Mr. Void. He is going for slightly less damage. He's not going for optimal damage, but he is looking to call out that armor break. And so far, he's been successful in doing so. Nice flawless block attack here from Gur. And that was, I think, really key, because the fireballs are so overwhelming for some players. But look at what Gur's response is. Flawless block that shit. So he found the timing, likely in a trial by fire. I mean, if he was labbing it, he was labbing it like the day of, because he learned, like, oh shit, Foxy's going to be doing this. I need some help. Somebody come over here and help me lab this shit. So, but Gur very quickly on the fly able to make that adaptation, and now he's got the big hits from the flawless block. It's not a lot of damage, but it's a decent amount. Yes, custom variations are completely legal now, Echo. There is a handful of abilities that are just straight up banned. So like Devora's thing where she turns into a bug, you can't do that. There's both Gearus and Terminator have moves where when you die they come back to life with like 5% health. Those aren't allowed. But for the most part, everything is allowed in custom. I only know of now 2 banned things. You can't have, there's certain totem combinations with Kodal you can't have, and then Gearus can't have the Sand Choke and the Sand Clone. But other than that, you can pretty much have whatever you want. Look at this sequence though from Gur. This sequence right here is huge. So this is all off of the flawless block. This is the end of that flawless block combo. Now he's got him cornered, gets the anti-air, opens him up in the corner here. Solid combo right now as well. And the cool thing is, body splash back to the corner, gets the clone set up, and he's going to use this clone right here to fucking win the game. Yes, it is allowed in ranked as well, Echo. That play from Gur, that setup, get the clone there, the expert use of that crushing blow when you kick him out of the corner, very, very well done by Gur there. Okay, cool thing about the production as well, this screen that you guys see does not exist. It's not real. It's augmented reality. I don't know if the players can see it as well, if they make it by lights, because like at the International, they have like augmented reality versions of the heroes. It might just be like a digital thing that we can only see, but that screen is not real. It is augmented reality. I guess they probably couldn't get the actual game in there. And look at this transition, dude. They're so fucking good at this. They fucked up the transition last time, but they got it this time. Game number 3. You should get into it, Echo. It is super refreshing. There is so much variety in the game now. There really, truly is. Alright, big whiff. No punish, though. And there's those fireball stances again. Looks like Gur might have mistimed it. So if Gur's going for a flawless block timing right here, which you see him push some buttons or there's some movement there, but he gets it wrong, and look at how much damage you take from getting it wrong. It's not just one fireball. He eats a full unbreakable 18.5%. You just have to hold that. That didn't cost Shiva anything. There's no resources required to do that. Look at this bleed. The bleed's so good for Shiva's follow-up tools as well. Forces a breakaway. No armor break on that one. But here, just going to get the huge fireballs, and it gets him his turn back afterward. More fireballs. More fireballs! I mean, the ambiguity of being able to cancel it early. You see him cancel it after 2 on block, which he doesn't have to do that. He can throw a third one. He can cancel it at 1. It's so ambiguous that you have to really quickly make the, oh, he put it away. I need to push a button. And if you hesitate or you mistime it, it can cost you big. So Foxy Grampa, he does take round 1. Good flawless block timings, though, from Gur. 3 out of 4 flawless blocked there, which they jail. So that was Foxy Grampa staggering them out a little bit, and Gur just responding properly. More flawless blocks, too, from Gur. He's just hovering here in this really dominant range, though. Now, Gur has the clone. He can teleport out. Doesn't opt for the teleport out that time. Shifting Stance comes out instead. Goes for the clone explosion again. Now, that costs him offensive meters, so he can't actually blow the clone up anymore, but he can teleport out if he's still got that one. I think it's going to go away now, though. Yeah, the clone is going to be gone. Here, he's going to take the damage over time if you move. Dude, and now he can't do anything. He can't jump out. He's bleeding, right? Because you see the blood spewing off of Geras after this move right here. While that blood is on you, you cannot move. If you move, you take damage, and it is lethal damage. So that blood is still dripping from him. If he jumps, he'll die. If he tries to dash or do it, like, there's nothing he can do. That bleed is so powerful, and you look at how much health Foxy has at the end of it. Really, really able to bring it home. Fatalities, of course, as well. That's how Foxy do. Gross. Oh, you guys can't see my volume number? Oh, alright, cool. So that was, I believe, game number 3. Foxy now has the lead up 2-1. Ooh, here's a quick peek at the tournament variation select screen, too. I actually haven't seen this. So you pick your character, then you pick your variations. So fucking good. So fucking good. That should just be how the game always plays. Ugh. It's a competitive complaint, though. The casuals gave him their money, and NRS doesn't care. They're not going to let us get away with... They're not going to cater to us. They're just not. We aren't the moneymaker.
Yeah, he's going to stick with shifting sands. Maybe this needed a bit of a breather there, because I don't know if I entirely agree with the shifting sands for the
we got shifting sands, sand simulacrum, and quicksand. Solid build there for Geras. See how it works out, though. Let's hop into the game again. We got a little bit of fast forwarding to do. Geras makes his big fist. Shiva has done something horrific to that head. And let's go. All right, goes for the full string. Nice interrupt there by Gur, though. Dude, those stomps. Foxy has not been using it a lot, but I will say this. I've seen more stomps hit than I've seen get punished. It seems like the minimal use of it actually ends up being really, really key because it throws people off. What is that Dash Fight logo? I just realized that says Dash Fight. Why does it look like that, though? Why does the Dash Fight logo look like that? You guys see this shit? It's not even done. It's not even done with any, like, order to it. DA small, big ass S, but then only a single small letter H, then big ass F. Is that what it is? It's 2 little ones, 1 little one, 2 little ones, 1 little one. Is that the fucking pattern? That's just an eyesore. I hate that. Get it off the screen. All right, there we go. There we go. WP merchandising, you guys got it down. You know what's up. That looks like VMware, but whatever. All right, here's the bleed again here. This is the WePlay Dragon Temple King K. So we're just doing some match analysis on this event that happened. And now just the fireballs. I love that Gur is flawless blocking them because that is really, really reducing the chip that ends up doing. But in the end, Foxy's still able to end up finding the hit here. And he goes ahead and takes round 1. Now, it's set point here for Foxy Grampa. I don't actually know who won this set, by the way. I don't remember. I am in the dark on this one with you guys. Another stomp. Yo! Not only did he get the teleport to get out of it, but he knew he still had to move, right? It wasn't just the teleport's going to save me. She's going to land where I was. No, she's still tracking you, and that was huge for Gur. It didn't have any meter to be able to cancel it, unfortunately, and do the big damage there, but that was still a big pickup. Does get the meter there. The breakaway does come out from Foxy to save him, and that tick throw setup costs him. Ultra David, not going to be happy with that. Gur is still not option selecting. I don't think he's ever going to be 100% honest. He's just going to take the risk. All right, body splash, combo pickup, takes him to the corner, just shy of that crushing blow. And there's the interrupt again. Now, Geras has a 6-frame down 1, so it's going to be that much easier for Geras to get away with any kind of interruption on the fireball stance. But, you know, it's still going to be rough. That is still a very powerful and dangerous tool. Tries to get away from the stomp that time. No dice. All right. He's going to go for the Amplify here. That's going to put that dot damage on Gur. If he moves, he'll take damage from jumping, dashing, everything, every kind of movement. Now, if you have normals that move you forward or backward, you're fine. I mean, honestly, it's pretty funny, actually. Geras' command grab, where he picks you up and sprints you to the corner, doesn't actually trigger the damage from the bleed. Wow, what a call out by Gur. Gur is in dire situations here. He needs this comeback, and he is going to go ahead and connect the Fatal Blow on the armor break. So this is going to be reset damage scaling. Huge numbers here, 47%. And honestly, if Gur can get another one of those big corner combos, oh, it didn't work that time, he would be able to do it. But that time, the Stomp actually catches him, even with the clone trying to hide from it. Still just gets hunted down, and Foxy's going to take it. I like the idea behind what Gur is going for, to try to teleport out of the way of that. That seems like it should work, arguably. But I believe that Foxy has the version of the teleport where he can delay it and steer it. So, you know, it's just that much more ambiguous as to when it's going to be actually coming down. So Foxy takes it. That was just a match in the pools kind of leading up to. So Foxy moves on. I believe it was still winner's side. So it does put Gur into the loser's bracket, but still alive. Now this, granted, this whole event ended, you know, but just where the standings were after that. What was at stake there. Dude, look at this production value, though. Just bask in this. KP got these crazy robes and sandals and shit. And Gur's just, I'm out.